Yo, what's good, my wolf pack? Elf of the pack right here. And today, man, we're gonna be doing a review of Eden Zero, chapter 165, A Fork in the Road. Alright, so y'all, check this out, bro. This chapter, this chapter had me in my feelings, bro. This chapter was insane. It's crazy how each chapter is better than the last, and how each new chapter is my favorite chapter. But bro, this chapter was crazy, dog. And bro, we got an opening we got an open narration from Xiao Mei. I can't speak. We got an open narration from Xiao Mei. She was talking about how sometimes we might find ourselves with two paths ahead of us, and how we can only pick one, right? And how once we pick one, we will never know what lied ahead for us on that other path. But perhaps maybe that there's a you that was on that path that's completely different from the person you are now, and what light on that path could have been a completely different world, right? And bro, every time we see Xiao Mei, we know something crazy is gonna pop off. And bro, one of my favorite moments in this chapter was when Xiao Mei, okay, Ziggy set off the 20,000 anti-matter bombs, right? And there was a moment where Shiki, he was trying to figure out what to do. He was like, he knew that he and the crew had to leave, but at the same time, he didn't want to abandon. He didn't want to leave all the people that was on Nero 66. He didn't want to abandon all those people to die, right? And one of my favorite moments in this chapter was when he was trying to figure out what to do. Xiao Mei appeared to him, and she was all like, Shiki, you have to choose a path. One leads to recklessness and death, and the other leads to survival. And what I really like about this is that how Shiki initially he decided that he was gonna try to stay and stop the bombs, but Rebecca was all like, "Yo, Shiki, I understand how you feel, but we need to leave if we want to survive. If we want to leave, if we want to live, we have to leave." And you can see Shiki hesitate a little bit, but then you can see the understanding come upon him that, like, yo, there's nothing we can do. We can't stop these bombs. We gotta go. We gotta save ourselves. And what I like about this chapter is, okay, so everybody in the cast has clearly developed, right? But what I loved about this arc, or this entire saga, really, the Aoi Cosmos saga, is that you can see the clear development in Shiki. You can see how he's changed throughout the whole story. He's not the same happy-go-lucky, naive boy that he was before. I mean, he still wants to have fun with his crew, have a good time, make friends. But you could see how much he's changed throughout the story, and I really like that. Old Shiki would have 100% stayed to try to stop the bombs. This Shiki was willing to listen to those around him to adapt and be like, okay, yo, I understand. I hate to leave these people, but we gotta go. There's nothing we can do to save them, right? So I really love how our boy is changing, but at the same time, he's like he still holds true to his beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I got so much love for my boy. But bro, let me just tell you what really threw me for a loop in this chapter, right? Was when we cut to the war in outer space with the Interstellar Union Army and Nero's army and the Oasis and all them, right? So the last chapter, the sea serpent, the Nero's army greatest weapon, right? The sea serpent came, and it has this giant beam of destruction that can like erase you from existence, just like completely take you out. And we saw two of the Oasis members get taken out. We saw Lazar get taken out, and we saw Furena get taken out. And Dylan in this chapter, my boy, bro, he was all like, "You monster! How dare you take Verena from me?" This man suicide dived. He took his ship, crashed it into the sea serpent, right? Which caused it to go off balance, to stop working momentarily, which allowed Eraser to get it out of here, to just completely take it out, erase it from existence, right? So I gotta give props because I wasn't okay when we started seeing people get murked in this arc. I was not expecting it, and I was all like, "Yo, my man Hero was really not holding back." But then when Dylan suicide dived into the sea serpent to not only avenge his girlfriend but protect his friends, I was all like, "My man is a goat. My man's a legend." Ripped Dylan. You gotta put some respect on Dylan's name, man, because oh man, that was crazy. I was not expecting that at all. And I hope, I mean, even though they were minor characters, I'm hoping Dylan and Furena they reunite in the afterlife, man. Because even though there wasn't much to them, I really enjoyed the little um, cute interactions with each other. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't really care for them, but I like them. It doesn't take much for me to like a character, and I like them. So, oh man, I was kind of sad to see my boy go out like that, but he went out like a boss, you know. But yeah, man. There was also this moment, right? And this video is gonna be all over the place. I'm sorry, right? Where it looked like Shiki wanted to save Shura because right before why Samora and the rest of the crew pulled up in an Aqua Wing to get to them because they were notified of the bombs right before Wise and the rest of the crew pulled up on the Aqua Wing to save Shiki and Rebecca. There was a moment where he tried to save Shura. It looked like he was considering, or rather, he wanted to take Shura with him. That he didn't want to leave him to die. Which I know a while back I said that Shura. I said that Shiki needed to kill Shura, but and obviously he's not, or he's not gonna do that, or he wasn't gonna do that. But I wanted him to, right? But it's surprising to me because after everything that Shura did, Shiki still was gonna try to save him. I thought for sure that Shiki was not gonna be like, "Oh man, forget this nigga, let's peace out." But he was like, "Wait, we can't leave Shura." But when he turned around, Shura was already gone. And I also have to mention that when Laguna, after he fought and trapped Izuna in a water bottle, that once he, once he looked inside, once he got Witch back to the Eden Zero to get her injuries fixed, once he looked inside the water bottle, Izuna was gone herself. And so here, with Shura being gone and Shiki being confused on where Shura went because Shura was unconscious, right? People are speculating that Azuna must have showed up somehow and took Shura and got him to safety somewhere. Because even though Azuna was under some sort of hypnosis, she was suffering from like Stockholm syndrome, right? She made herself fall in love with Shura after all the torture that he put her through. People are saying that Luna may still be suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and that she may have saved them, and that she, even though that what Shura did to her was horrible, that she may actually have some legitimate feelings for him, and it's not just a mental illness, and that she probably saved him because of that. And that's a theory I can get behind, you know. But to be completely honest with you, I was kind of hoping Shura would die. But as long as he don't mess with the crew no more, it is what it is. Maybe Azuna feels like she can save Shura. Maybe she feels like she can help him be on a better path. But in my personal opinion, Shura is a nutcase. He is too far gone. There's no putting this kid on the right path. He's absolutely crazy. He'll kill without an instance. He doesn't this man doesn't have a moral compass, and he doesn't have a good bone in his body. At least not in my opinion. He's just complete scum. But maybe we'll see a redemption arc for Shura. Maybe, like I predicted early on. But after everything this man did, I just he just might just be a long term antagonist. He just might be a long term villain. I don't know. But yeah, Shura's gone. Azuna's gone. And with the ending of this chapter, bro, once Shiki and everyone's on the ship, they're all getting ready to leave once they informed the Interstellar Union Army and Nero's army that Nero's been defeated, Shura's been defeated, but there's 20,000 bombs on a planet that's about to blow up, and they need to get out of that general area because the bombs are going to destroy the planet and possibly a few other planets, right? The crew's on the ship, everybody's getting ready to leave. Rebecca and Shiki are there checking on Witch. They are having a little sweet interaction, talking about how Witch is like witches are like Shiki's going strong and that she's glad that he's okay and that he's going so strong that he might not need her anymore. And Rebecca's all like, you're kind of like the mom of the Eden Zero. We'll always need you. And which is blushing and all that. And then we get the reveal of Ziggy hacking the Eden Zero and trying to prevent them from leaving the sector so they would get caught up in the explosion of all the bombs. And Ziggy, um, he hacks the ship, stops them from leaving. He appears on the screen. He was all like, "Shiki, you made the wrong choice." And we see half of Ziggy's, his robotic face missing, and we see he has a human eye, right? Ziggy has a human eye, right? And there's this theory going around the community that Ziggy is a future Shiki, which I personally am not behind that theory. There's this theory that Ziggy is future Shiki, dark future Shiki from an alternate world that went down a darker path. I am not a fan of that theory. I do not support that theory. It doesn't make any sense logically. It doesn't. Ziggy, first of all, why would Ziggy raise himself? He had this whole plan to send Shiki into space and that he will change the universe for the better. He clearly loves Shiki. I'm just inclined to believe that Ziggy being evil now is a consequence of Rebecca's cat leaper. It's a consequence of time being messed with. That he's evil. He's evil as a consequence, not because he's like if that theory turns out to be true, we need a lot more information because there's so many problems with that theory, and I just don't like it, bro. If it turns out to be true, then it is what it is. But we gonna need some good information for me to be okay with that, you know. But anyway, Ziggy's all like, "Shiki, you made the wrong choice. None of this would happen. None of this would have happened if you would have just stayed behind and tried to stop the bombs. If you would have just stayed behind and tried to stop the 20,000 bombs, which realistically, anybody would want to leave the planet where bombs are. Be like, oh yeah, well I got a jet. There's no way I can stop a bomb, right? Especially not 20,000s. If anything, you would assume that trying to stop 20,000 bombs instead of escaping with your friends, with your family, will be reckless. Trying to stop those bombs would be reckless, right? And that would be the path that leads to death. But according to Ziggy, Shiki made the wrong decision, and that when he said that, that's really making people go towards the theory of a Ziggy being like a future dark Shiki or whatever. But I'm really confused by those words because how is choosing to preserve your own life the wrong choice? I don't understand that at all. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we get some answers to what chapter 166. And yeah, man. Overall, though, this chapter was pretty good. That's basically all I had to say. I just basically wanted to skim through the events and give my thoughts on certain sectors of the chapter without talking about the entire thing. It was a lot. A lot went down in this chapter. My memory is not that great, so I just wanted to just boom, boom, boom talk about certain things. All right, but yeah, man, it was a really good, interesting, um, drama-filled chapter. I really liked this chapter. But yeah, man, that's basically it. The oh, and with Ziggy saying that Shiki made the wrong choice and how all of this would have happened if he would have just stayed behind and stopped the bombs. Witch stood up. I almost forgot this. Witch stood up and was like, "Nah, son, things not gonna be going your way. Not as long as I'm here. Not as long as Mama is here. All right. Not as long as the Shield of Eden is here. Things won't be going your way, bitch. Witch stood up and was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna let you do this, Ziggy. I'm gonna put a stop to your evil deeds, right?" And that's where the chapter ended. I almost forgot to include that. But yo, a baby girl witch, mama witch is gonna try to save the day. Next chapter. Really looking forward to seeing what goes down then. A lot of people in the community think she might die. I was really concerned that she was gonna die at Shura's feet, but since that didn't happen, if if a witch is gonna try to save the day, she might die trying to stop Ziggy from getting them all killed, which is I'm completely fine with a witch dying protecting the ship and everybody on the ship. I just didn't want her dying at Shura's feet, which I am glad wasn't the case. All right, but yeah, man, that was a chapter, you know, and that's basically all I had to say, guys. Um, I'm sorry, this video was a mess, bro. But yeah, man, y'all tell me how y'all felt about the chapter. It's personally one of my favorites, probably my actually the favorite of the saga of the manga, right? But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this chapter. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace. I almost put up 3 fingers. Peace.